Fuck, you didn't see that. You didn't see that. Shh. Damn it. That was supposed to be a lot smoother. Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, Badman and Pac-Vim. Oh man, you should have seen the way I started the stream. I'm pretty sure everyone was looking away the moment I started the stream because no one said anything. If you want an Easter egg, just watch the very beginning of the stream because I wasn't on the right screen when when I started the stream. Whoops. So yeah, with damn it, yeah, just Chikusha. I wasn't here, damn. Yeah, you're gonna have to check the VOD, unfortunately. It's okay, because it's at the very beginning, honestly, so. It's kind of embarrassing. Damn my wet hands, haha! Yep, so today we're gonna just resume our shiny hunt as people expected. I was thinking about either doing it again at night or getting it, like, out of the way now, and I decided to get it out of the way now because that way I don't have to worry about it. And I haven't. If I want to play, one of the games I'm thinking about is like Satisfactory, and if we do Satisfactory, shit, do I? I didn't close the window that has the. Ah, shit, I did, didn't I? Counter. We were at 4:30 last time, right? Because we did 420 plus 10. Because we like the number, but we're not beholden to it. Start a swear tier list from worst to best. I did hear that like people, it is like more okay to swear on YouTube than some people have thought, but the main thing is they say like try not to swear too much like in the first like 30 seconds to a minute. And since first like few minutes is taken up by intro, I mean it should be fine. Unless I do what I did this time and let out a curse of swears because I messed up the start of the stream. I also brought out Raichu with us. Banished Meowth. I think damn it is acceptable to them. Yeah, but like even more like worse ones are like I guess okay. The main thing is like I think like it's mostly meant to check like stuff in the beginning and the end, I think, or that's what I heard. I don't know. In any case, I don't think I swear. Like I know I swear. I don't swear as nearly as much as like some people and probably VTubers actually. I think like Ludo swears like a fair bit more than me, I think. I mean, she says words on stream that I probably would never say on stream, like. But I think she's also yeah. Just bring out new Pokemon every shiny hunting stream and just sit on top of a pile of Pokemon eventually. No, I'm not gonna sit on a pile of Pokemon because we're gonna get Azelf this time, right? That's the plan. Alright, let's start. We're at 430 encounters, so time to do 431. Welcome to those that are joining me for the first time. If you have any new lurkers, welcome, welcome. My name is Kumiko. I am a VTuber, and this is not a shiny Azelf, so we are gonna destroy this timeline and move on to the next. Do I have enough light here? I want to make sure everything is set. I don't know. Part of getting more like getting more comfortable with VTubing has like pluses and minuses. Like the pluses are that I mean, some stuff that would make me anxious or bother me doesn't really bother me anymore. The problem is like it's kind of like I'm like too comfortable in some areas, so I'm more likely. That's why like you notice like kind of the scuff has kind of gone up since I started, because it's like the more comfortable I get, the more willing I am to kind of like I kind of get lulled into a false sense of security, I guess, and then that's why I'm like so meticulous, because I like stuff can like slip so easily for me. See, like stuff that's happening now is stuff that I wouldn't have let happen before, because I would have like double and triple checked everything. But now I'm like, not being as prepared like right before the stream, just kind of comfortably getting in, not like preparing everything like super in advance and double triple checking. You know what I mean? But when you're just starting out, you gotta expect. So that's the thing. Like I'm in the stage where it's like I'm a lot more comfortable with VTubing than I used to be. So the comfort comes with its cost, and that cost is a little bit more scuff. But it seems like it's like scuff that people enjoy. Because it's it's kind of like the most obvious evidence of like my klutziness, I guess. I have a little bit of that. And hey, welcome Lord Azuki. There are Australian compliments that would be swearing in any other language. I'm not surprised. I mean, there are like Australian like flora and fauna that would be like public enemy #1 in other countries. Just because they're so dangerous. Like, oh man. Like, I have respect for anyone who's from Australia, just because like I'm just glad that like I don't even see like a lot of bugs around the house, because our cats like will terrorize any bugs and that they see. So I don't even really see spiders or anything like. But but like man, the stuff that I see like is like from Australia. Like I would never go into the ocean in over there, because I'm afraid of the Irukandji. Irukandji are these like little tiny jellyfish that are like the size of like pennies, I think. They're really small. But they'll fuck you up. They're not as bad as like I think what is it, the box jellyfish or the man-o-war? I forget. Once a fire started in Australia and it never went out. Yeah, see that's the thing. Like when you're young, you get like the idyllic view of Australia. I feel like in the U.S. Like honestly, like people like I don't know. I feel like people like like razz on Australia, but like when I was young, like I didn't really have much of a perception on Australia aside from like like friendly people come there. It wasn't like the stereotype. There wasn't really like any like stereotypes. But where was I going with that? Oh, so like when I was young, it's like you hear about the koalas and the kangaroos and the eucalyptus trees, and the koalas eat eucalyptus, and it's like yeah, and then when you get to be an adult, you find out that like koalas are actually like really dirty, and eucalyptus trees are also known as gasoline trees because they're basically like a major cause of a lot of the bad fires, because they're so oily that they like and it's just like you're finding out. It's kind of like when I was young, these used to just be like the koalas and the eucalyptus, and they're cute, and oh, eucalyptus tree, but now it's like, oh, gasoline trees. Like only horror stories I heard about Australia is when I started going online. Yeah, I guess maybe like I mean they did a good job at like keeping the horror stories like off, But then, people go online and then they're like, "Hey, look at this. I found this in the bathroom." And it's like, "What? That's a monster." No, that's just the local fauna, I don't know. Kangaroos also kick pretty hard. Man, they're like buff. Have you ever like looked at a kangaroo, like just the musculature? Like they have like nice upper body. Like it's not just the legs too. Like I feel like I've seen kangaroos that have like nice like I don't know, the muscles like look cool. Have I heard of drop bears? No, are those like dubstep bears? Like when you get to the drop in a dubstep song, you just like throw bears all over the place? I don't know. Or are they bears that specifically attack people who are... Those are my theories. I have never heard of drop bears. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for probably like... Well, we're gonna get shiny very soon, but if not very soon, then I was thinking probably I would go like maybe like 3 hours. Like, I'm shooting for I'm not really shooting for anything like super strongly, like, but my estimate is probably it'll end up being like a little shorter than yesterday's stream, last night's stream. And that gives me a chance if I want to do like a short stream tonight, you know? I mean, if you think about it, it's like, wow, you're streaming like, twice a day. But like, if I have like 2, 3-hour streams, that's not really as, like, if I have 2 3-hour streams, one at the beginning, one at the end of the day, you can't really say that's worse than like, when I have like 6 to 8 hour plus streams on like a single day, you know? So it's not like, I don't know, like, I feel like I haven't been doing like too badly, I guess. Can't be any worse than emus. Those birds survive military weapons. I'm trying to think of what an emu looks like. Are those the birds that like have the really long beaks and kind of round, and I don't know how to explain it. I'd have to look up an emu. Drop bears are the way Australians hear foreigners telling them the bloodthirsty version of koalas that jump down at you from trees. That's awesome. Emus are like ostriches, but evil. Oh yeah, those are the ones that kind of look like ostriches. That's what I'm thinking of. I saw a special where like people were cooking with like ostrich eggs. It was kind of like crazy to me. Like a single ostrich egg is like freaking like 2 cartons of eggs or something. Like, it's kind of, I don't know, like, they made like gigantic like egg dishes with it, and it was just like, and apparently it doesn't really taste any different from just regular eggs, like chicken eggs. You'd imagine it'd have some kind of like a, I don't know, like a musky, or like, you know what I mean, like, I don't know, that's, you'd imagine like the difference between a chicken and an ostrich, like it must be like stronger, right? Like muskier, right? No, but apparently it just tastes like chicken egg. So it's like, wait, I'm not clicking the button. So it's like, man, so you pay like a ton of money for these ostrich eggs, and then like you basically get like a more inconvenient chicken egg that you have to like break like 2 cartons at once. And you actually need like something significant to break the egg. That's just making me think of Stardew Valley. I kind of stopped playing that. I was actually playing it pretty like regularly, and then, you know, see that just goes. See, now that I've been streaming for like six months, you guys can kind of see like how some of my habits are. Like, I can do pretty well at like finishing games sometimes. Like, if I do decently at like, if I stay consistent with like, you know, playing it once a week, or playing it so many times a week, or I just like am really enthusiastic and I go until it's completed. But then there are other times where, like, you know, I'll play for a while, be enthusiastic, and then I'll just like drop off. You know, like, I could be pretty enthusiastic about something, and then like the next, I don't know, it's not like it's completely like, I feel like I'm the last like Stardew or Monster Train sessions, you can kind of tell that I wasn't as like super into it, you know. Stardew? No, I'm not really playing it. Like, I feel like I I could play it on the side, but like I've been like focused on other things, you know. And yeah, it's just a whole nother like thing to get into. So honestly, the thing I'm like putting off right now that I want to get back into more is Granblue. There's like there's a bit of stuff going on that I can do a little bit of light farming, and Granblue's nice to like add to the list because I can do it while doing other stuff, and yeah. Hold on, I need to take a hydration break. I'm pretty pleased that I can do like I mean I've said this before, but I'm pretty pleased I can do like long Zatsudans now. I don't know. And manage to have a good time, you know. It's really like because Nintendo games make him feel like a young Snake. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. coming up with the in-depth lore theories. Man, I'm gonna have to like brush up my lore, huh? If I do some kind of re-debut. Yeah, I was talking last night, like, I might end up doing like some kind of like re-debut at some point if I like, cause there's a handful of like things I want to improve, and kind of at similar times. So I might just kind of like save the things and then show them all at once, along with like doing a sort of like re-debut, and you know, I can do stuff like, you know, covering things. I don't know if I would watch my old debut and my re-debut, because that's like recursive debut, like. And then what? Am I gonna watch my like later? Am I gonna watch my review of watching my? I don't know. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I feel like I'm at the point where like a re-debut probably is not a terrible idea. Like I wouldn't fault anyone for doing one in my case. I mean, you know, sometimes I've seen people like do re-debuts, and it's like it doesn't feel like there was much of a like much happened in between, but like, you know, that's different to like judge person to person, right? Like I wouldn't feel personally like wanting to do any sort of that, like until like around now. Like I'm now reaching the point where it's like, well, maybe down the line after a little while, you know. It's not something like I want to do immediately, because I still have to wait on a few things, and probably like in a couple months. Let's see, maybe like 9 months. I don't know. Aiming for something on like the 9-month anniversary might be like, and then that helps move on to like the year celebrations, and yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I realize it's like a whole lot for for someone that's independent and, you know, just kind of solo going, but you know, I wanna, you know, live my life to the fullest. And I feel like the things that I want are pretty achievable, you know. Just might require like, you know, improving stuff like my willpower. For example, so maybe getting shiny Azelf will, like, you know, be a good omen for the future. Yeah, I feel like, I, it's hard to say because, you know, I'm not like disappointed in how I've been so far, but it's hard not to be a little critical and be like, oh, maybe I should have spent more time doing X instead of Y. Like, I still enjoyed myself, and overall, I think like things have been going well, and I've been making decent progress. But like, I just can't help but think like, oh, maybe I should have just a little bit in the moment sometimes when I'm trying to, like, you know, improve my current state. Right, I have to evaluate how things are going and how I might want them to change in the future. So it's like, I feel like I do end up like that a lot, where, like, you know, I'm happy with how things are, but like at the same time it's like, well, this could have been improved. Like, I guess it's kind of like my mentality of like always I mean, in games, like, too, like, you know, like in Magic, always trying to figure out what the best play is, and even if it's like in the past, you might think like, oh, then maybe this would have been better instead. And like, I don't know, like, you want to figure out what the best play is, and if the plays you're making are right, because you want to improve. You know, you don't want to just stay stagnant. You know. 449. Now that you think about it, Fubuki has so many shiny Pokemon now. That's some amazing grind and luck, especially 2 Magikarp. Every non-shiny Magikarp she got built up. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like a hose was pinched and then they all come out. Well. I mean, the other shinies have like a higher likelihood because she's been doing a lot of like underground farming, so the shiny chance that people farm like increase the chances of a shiny by a fair bit. So that's one thing that makes it a little bit easier than just like raw catching all the shinies at the lowest probability. Also, she did just catch Gibble, shiny Gibble, like earlier. Like not even 2 hours before the end of my stream, or at 2 hours before the beginning of my stream. She caught her shiny, so maybe that'll be a good omen, or maybe that'll be a bad omen. She took my shiny. No, I'm really happy for her though. You know. That's pretty cool, like, to, I don't know, she has a lot of cool gaming achievements, and I mean, obviously very attractive. I don't think anyone questions that. 451. I don't know what we'll go to. Maybe like we'll see how we feel at 600. We'll do like another 150 or so. What if every shiny found in the wild reduces the chance that everyone else find one? She's also a fellow enjoyer of the cute and funny. Yes, exactly. And yeah, that is something I appreciate. Like, to be someone like her and just living her life to the fullest, and also being like a shameless lolicon is an inspiration, you know. Like, I want to be like that. That's really, like, you know, it's not really about like getting to the top. It's about like getting close to being that cool. Which doesn't necessarily mean being at the top, you know, like, I get a much more modest situation. I mean, even now, like, I think this is great. Like, you know, that I'm able to do all these things. Like, I'm basically like, you know, living it up like I am in a agency. You know, besides stuff that would be like specifically sponsored, I don't think my content would be much different than if I were like in an agency, you know. If I truly had like my own, I might end up like playing stuff that like, I don't know, that might like involve like collabs with other people, you know? And like, but like in terms of like the general content, I feel like this is like, you know, this is pretty much what I'd be. I would want to be like a variety streamer and focusing on video games and doing a lot of like challenges and having good Zatsudans and all that stuff. So it's like I don't know. I feel like I wanted to become a VTuber. I wanted to become like the VTubers that I admired, and I didn't want to wait until like, you know, I want it right now. So I am currently in the process of getting that, and I feel like, you know, completing this, I can. That's another thing I can say that like I've also done. You know, I've also shiny hunted on stream, an everyday endurance challenge. You know, like Fubuki did, and that's pretty great. You know. As long as I enjoy myself together with my snugs. Yeah, that's true. Hold on a second. Let's get the snugs out. Alright, that's kind of funny. That's an instant block. Oh no. I don't know if it's just me, but like when Azelf is appearing, I swear I see like an orange outline or something. Like it always makes me like those. I'm like, is that just like I feel like I can see the shiny coloring, like the reflection of the shiny coloring in the regular coloring. Like it looks like there's like underlighting of the shiny coloring. I don't know. Like when Azelf like goes across the screen, like when you first encounter it, like it looks like I'll point it out, but I don't know. It kind of looks like it has that. It'll be cool if the Azelf appeared as shiny in the overworld. I mean, yes and no. I think, because if the Pokemon appeared as shiny in the overworld, then there'd be no way to re-roll it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like by the time you saw it, it's already set, right? So how are you gonna? You'd have to go before, like when would the shiny chance be rolled? Like I don't think I would not want it. I don't think it would be cool. Because then it'd be harder. Like it's good now because it's rolled when you hit the button, you know. I used to psych myself out when I tried shiny honey. Not trust my eyes. Wonder if I just didn't notice. Yeah, I've been getting that like a couple times, like where I'll stop and then I'll be like ready to like reset, and then I'll be like, what if my mind made that up? Like what if my mind like saw the non-shiny, but it was actually the shiny. But like since I was so used to seeing the non-shiny, I don't know. Hey, what's up, Nick? Nick Nitro. Hope things are going well with you. I'm just shiny hunting over here. We're currently on 457th. This will be the 457th encounter. How many it'll take? I have no idea. But we're in it for the long haul. I'll be streaming every day until we get it. So this is day 3 of, well, hopefully not 27 days, but if it has to be 27, then it'll be 27. I don't care. Alright, 457. Nothing. We've been doing at a pretty good pace, I think. Like we've been doing about like we did about like 210 to 220. 210 the first day, 220 the second day, and then I don't know how many we'll do today. This one might be a little bit shorter session than the others because I'm also planning on streaming like later today, at like 11, and I also have stuff I want to do today, so this one might be a relatively short stream. Although a short stream for me is still going to be in the realm of like 2 to 4 hours. Shiny hunting's always fun. I play Poke MMO. I've never heard of that. Is it a actual is it Nintendo sanctioned, or is it kind of like its own thing? Still after shiny charm. There's only 3 on the market. I want to have the 4th. Okay. So are you just trying to like so can you actually see like there are like this many shiny X in existence on the Poke MMO world? So it's kind of like you're keeping global progress, and you can be like, oh, I have one of like 5 shinies in the entire world, like, you know, of this Pokemon. Is it like that? Because that kind of sounds interesting. I don't know if I like that actually. It's a whole different thing from like this, I feel, but. What I've been looking in like these days, it's like Pokemon related, is Pokemon Showdown stuff. I've just been, I don't know, watching more videos. I feel like at some point, like depending on how long the shiny challenge takes, if I want to do the draw challenge stuff, other stuff I want to stream. I was thinking I wanted to do like a Pokemon Showdown stream or 2, where I like try out Pokemon Showdown, because I've done a little bit of competitive battling, but like nothing too serious. I was never like on Smogon or anything. I mainly just like browsed a lot of like the pages on like, you know, and then I tried to make my own like on my physical copies of the games, but I didn't really have many people to actually like competitively battle against, so it was kind of like preparing for like nothing. But the idea of like something like Pokemon Showdown sounds kind of cool, so. Poke MMO is gens 1 through 5. You can travel between the islands. It's all there. I lost my old account. Really? And is it actually like, wait, is it Nintendo, or is it like its own, not Nintendo? Oh. Pokemon community's best worst kept secret. Not many YouTubers know about it, yet so many people play it. Really? That's interesting. I don't know if I'd get into that. Like, I wouldn't want to be the one that like reveals the secret, you know, and ruin it. So. But at the same time, like, I don't know if like, honestly, like, the thing that interests me the most is, like, the strategic element of the battling. So I feel like Showdown might be better, because isn't Showdown mainly just, like, It's more like a sandbox. Like you pick the ones you want to use, and you set their stats and stuff, and then you can use them. Like it's not like it doesn't have like a game aspect, you know. It's just a battle simulator. Like I feel like that's something I kind of would want to do more, cause I feel like there's a lot of fun for me, and you know, the strategic element, and there's also the competitive aspect might be fun. They can't DMCA it, they only provide you the launcher. The game can't be done without the ROM, so they're in the clear legality-wise. Really? So, is it something that like YouTubers could actually like stream and not be worried about stuff? Like, I don't know, cause I don't know if I would like I don't know. Is it something that people are like, man, I hope nobody tells anyone, enough people, or you know, it's kind of like a secret that hope nobody like makes videos about it or something and lets people know? Or is it more like, oh, like, hey, more people should know about it because they can't do anything, haha? Is it more like that? 100%. Oh yeah. Hmm. Well, I might look into it. Now that I know, let me write it down. Hmm. All right. Well, I'll look into it. I actually have like a lot of Pokemon related stuff that I'm doing, so like I have to be careful not to get like too overloaded with Pokemon, because I mean I did get out of the series for like a reason, but this is a very different environment from like the Pokemon environment I've been around, where like there's not really many people into it, and people aren't really interested. You know what I mean? Like kind of like this is a very different environment. Like a lot of VTubers into it, people to talk to about it, people that are watching me play it. Like that's complete. That's like that's the exact opposite of like what I've grown up like used to. You know. So 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 I can totally see how I'm getting back into it now. Like after kind of being away from it for so long, and also because you know I don't know. I'm in a time in my life right now where I can actually like focus on these things. But the thing is that like yeah, I have a lot of Pokemon content. Like I did the 251 Pokemon Draw Challenge, or no, 252. I don't know if you saw that, Nick, but there's like the day after, like the January 1st or 2nd, like yeah, first into second, I did a 12-hour draw stream. It was actually 11 hours 55 minutes, but like it got cut off. I drew 252 Pokemon in 12 hours. There was a lot of really janky drawings, and I had to really be really careful to pace myself, and I was rushing near the end, and I also had kind of like mind break near the end because it was just like not like serious, but like you know I could see, I could feel the mental degradation. You can sort of see it in the sketches, and the couple of the ones right down here you can see my coughing and the Raichu I drew. Okay. I drew all 252 Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon in one stream, on stream. It was pretty intense. I did it because Selen Tatsuki, another VTuber from Niji Sanji, did a like drawing, like she did a draw stream, Pokemon draw stream, drawing Pokemon from memory, except she named it like Gen 1 and Gen 2 today. And the way she was talking, it was like she just kind of like casually thought like, oh, I'll just draw all the Pokemon from the first two gens in like one stream today, you know. She ended up drawing like 10 in the end, like the three sets of first Gen 1 starters plus Caterpie, and it's like okay, and then that made me think like, oh, what if I tried to draw all of them? Like that would be a fun challenge, and you know, I like the idea of endurance challenge. I haven't had a good idea for one, and this one's like it taps into the fact that, like, you know, I've been doodling Pokemon, like, since I was little, you know, just like in my notebooks and stuff like that, like here and there. So it's kind of like, hey, it kind of taps into that, you know. Uh, so yeah, that's like why I ended up doing it, and so my plan was, now that I have these 252 shitty sketches, I was thinking about spending like the rest of the year like having regular draw streams where I learn to draw them all well, and then I do redo the challenge next year, except this time I'll actually know how to draw them from memory, and then you can see like, holy crap, this is way better, and it was all done in like one stream, just like last time, you know. That's the idea. I think it'd be well received. Pokemon Endurance Challenge is pretty safe since you all of VSV left at least 1 HP. I would prefer not to black out though. And from losing too much, from losing all my Pokemon. Would you like to play it together on a stream sometime? I need an excuse. I used to be a part of Good Guy Team Rocket. Good Guy Team Rocket. What is? So wait, like, can you like join factions in the game and like join Team Rocket and be like, I'm Team Rocket, but good? Like, that kind of sounds interesting. Play together on a stream. Send me a message on Twitter. We'll talk about it. If you're on, I actually check if you were. But yeah, on Twitter, like, my messages are open. You can send me something, or we can figure out a way to. I'm not sure what I want to do, like, regarding collabs, and I am like busy with a lot of stuff. So it's up in the air, but like it is possible. I'm not like discounting it. So I just can't say for sure, like, on the spot, like, whether or not I'm, you know, I can do that. So I will keep it in mind. I'll write it down. Because I haven't done a collab yet, and I haven't been thinking, like, I've been sort of thinking about the idea of collabs right now, like, but I haven't really, like, I have a few thoughts in mind, and they're kind of coalescing as I take care of other stuff. And I feel like once I get some of this stuff out of the way, like right now, like, I have that shiny challenge I have to do every day. And then on top of that, like, Monster Hunter Rise comes out on like Wednesday, so I'm gonna want to be streaming that like a bunch, you know. But I also want to be doing the shiny challenge every day if I have to. So that's gonna be like kind of intense, possibly. At the very least, it's not like I don't have to do like marathon, like, you know. These shiny sessions don't have to go for like 8 to 10 hours each time. Like, if I'm always gonna shoot for at least 2 hours if it's a stream of mine, because, well, if you look at my past history, I have, like, you know, like, of all my 160 streams, I don't have any streams that are less than 2 hours. So I feel reasonably confident that I can guarantee like 2-hour streams if I feel up to streaming, and assuming like nothing bad happens, you know. I like that you said have to. Have to what? What did I say have to on? We're at, wait. Sorry. Okay. That was 469. So we've done about. This will be like the 40th one today. I have to do the shiny stream. I mean, it is like I did commit to it, you know. It is a challenge, and if that's not something I say I have to do, then what will I say I have to do, you know? I mean, obviously, like, you know, if something crazy happens, or if I'm like not in the state of health or something, you know, like, I'm not gonna like break my back or anything, but like, you know, I have to do it in the sense that I have to do the things that I really care about and want to stick it through, you know? So I guess that, yeah, that maybe that makes me a little bit duty bound. But I guess it's like being bound to the duty of like the things I really commit to, you know? Like that's the way I kind of get around like being skittish about like commitment, is like when I do decide to commit, I like really like, you know, it's my duty, you know, at that point. So it's like, so that's why I'm like careful to like, you know, I don't want to make guarantees or stuff like that, because that's why that's why you should take seriously when I say like, you know, when I'm talking about like I want to do these things, like these, some of these challenges, like it's, I'm not saying it's like a guarantee, like absolute, right? Because I can still get tired of stuff and change my mind, right? But like, if I'm at the point where I'm saying like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and like next year I'm gonna do this, and then draw the Pokemon all year, like I've already like worked through like I think I can carry it through, like, and I think I can carry it through as a sort of duty, as a sort of like thing, you know. Kumiko's under self hypnosis. Hold on. Don't reveal my secrets. Actually, I don't know if that's a secret. I might have mentioned that in my debut. Yeah, auto hypnosis. Like hypnotizing yourself for your own benefit. I mean, that's kind of like if you're like convincing yourself to do something, or manipulating yourself to do something. I mean, it could almost be seen as like, depends on how you define like hypnosis, right? Like, hypnosis eye is something I want to implement at some point. I'm not really sure, actually. Like, yeah, I know, for someone who has like distinct pupils, to not have really thought this much beyond this is kind of like weird, I know. But like, you know, besides the enjoying the heart pupils and feeling that that suits me, like I haven't thought really for sure about what I want. Like I'm more worried about like other expressions, you know, to kind of give me a more like well-rounded palette, you know? Like after VTubing for 6 months and having like mostly the same expressions and variations thereof that I can do. Like I have a decent idea as to like what my capabilities are, and I just need to kind of like think about it critically and kind of like coalesce those thoughts of how I might want to like improve things, and figure out how to convey that to my mama, you know. Well, I have to figure out how to convey it to both of them. Like if it requires art that like, you know, Ramu Mama needs to provide, then I need to not only like check with Suge Mama if she can do it, then I also need to get the art from Ramu Mama. And actually, like they're not really in communication with each other directly, so like all of the communication mostly goes through me. So I have to also be able to ferry information properly and stuff. Ask you a very cringe-worthy question. Which eye power from fiction would you like to have? I used to like the Byakugan actually from Negima, but I don't or not Negima from Negima, from Naruto. But I don't know if that's the one I would have. Byakugan's like the 360, almost 360 degree like sight and see chakra points and other stuff. But like, I always thought that one was kind of cool. But I don't know if that's the one that I would have. Cause there's a lot of cool eye powers. Like honestly, like that's something I feel like I would need to do research, because I wouldn't want to be like, oh, I want this, and then be like, well, why didn't you just choose this? Because it's so much cooler and has all this, it can do that and more. You know, like it's like, well, damn it, you know, like I forgot about that one, because I know like I've seen a lot of cool eye powers. You know, there's a lot of cool eye powers out there. So like I feel like, yeah, I wouldn't want one that's just like, oh, like think about it, like even like I didn't think about it until just now, but like Code Geass like is an eye power, right? Like I mean that's it's crazy of its own. I don't think I'd want the Geass ability. I don't think I would want Lelouch's ability. But hey, welcome the Mongoose. We're currently on, this is 476. Ah. 1 second. Posture check. Horror photographer from Speedgraph, her gun eye power to destroy anything you photographed. After seeing the horrors of the Vietnam War firsthand. Sounds like a stand ability. Does like Killer Queen, the final form of that, does it count as an eye power? Didn't that have something to do with like, or that might have been just like you see Killer Queen like on your eye, because Killer Queen's not like in reality anymore or something? I don't know. Eraserhead from Hero Academia's eye power is neat. I'm not actually sure what all Eraserhead's power can do besides just erase quirks, and in a world where you don't have like how would that even be useful in, if like you brought that power here and in a world where there's no quirks? Like does it have other functions? I don't know what all it does. It's been so long since I have seen My Hero Academia. Like it's been so long that like the last time I watched My Hero Academia, I didn't know there were like a lot of shitty people in the fandom and like antis and stuff and all that. Like that was before I was like ignorant of all that, and I was just like, oh man, like My Hero Academia is cool. You know, it's one of my favorite animes that start with Boku no. The other being, well, you know, don't watch an anime called Boku. No Hero Academia. Rudius's demon eye allows him to see a few months in the future. I don't think that's my favorite. If any weird stuff does show up, you'll be ready. Yeah, Bully's upset that Boom Boy goes nicer. Wait, really? Does what was his name? Katsuki or I forget. But he gets nicer. Can't really think of anything else aside from Code Geass and Naruto. Really held out that pause. Maybe. cut in? Nope. People upset because they identified with his pre-arc self? What, they identified with, like, being a douchebag? Like... Huh? Like... I don't even know how that... I mean, that's the thing, like... You have to realize... It's not necessarily that, like... People are coming up with all the, like, more crazy stuff these days, necessarily. I feel like there's been a lot of, like... people like that, like, all throughout. It's just, it's so easy to find out about them these days, you know? Cause people will, if it's funny enough, people will take it and tell other people, like, did you hear about XYZ? Did you hear about this, like, really cringe person in X fandom that did X, you know? Like, that sort of stuff gets around, like, so easily these days. It's like, you know, like, all the cringiest things about, like, neighboring fandoms, you know? Whereas before, like, you know, you didn't really know, like, a lot of, like, the worst or the weirdest stuff, really, because it wasn't as, like, as passed around as easily and widely available, you know? I mean, the internet was a very different time in the 2000s, late 90s. Uh-oh, I'm getting into boomer territory. 2 a.m. in Indonesia. Yeah. Hey, welcome, Cove Man. Yeah, this is the I guess this is the late stream for the Asians, huh? Cause my normal time is the late stream for, like, you know, NA, cause I start at like 11, 12 midnight and then go on until like 4 or 5 a.m. or later, you know. Whereas, yeah, now that I can stream during the day, I rather like it, cause I don't know, it gives me something to look forward to, and something to do, like, after, cause I'm usually, like, you know, taking care of, like, lunch and stuff, and then after lunch it's like, okay, I can do a stream, you know, if I want to. Like, the main reason I feel like I wouldn't want to do a stream, like, after lunch would be, like, if I had, like, work to do or somewhere to go, really. Every streaming time is normal time now for... When you look up the history of furries... I mean, I've heard some stories, and... I mean, I've heard a lot of stories, and... I've seen some histories of some things, and yeah. There's some... I mean... There's a lot out there. That's one thing I could say. With how much experience I have and how long I've been around, there's a lot of weird shit out there. Is rat a furry or what? I'm a rat. I don't know what that means. I don't know how that relates, if it makes me more or less of a furry. I'm not really like a furry, I would say. Like, I've been friends with, like, you know, people that identified as furry, but like, and I've been to, like, I've been to a couple of furry conventions. Just like, they're at least the ones that I went to are not that bad. Like, or not really bad at all, really. They were just kind of, you know, geeks into different stuff mostly. There wasn't really, like, anything too honestly, like, it was kind of a nice vibe that was different from what I was used to at anime cons, because in anime cons, you know, there's, like, it's like a wider age range, and you have a lot of like kids there, you know. But like at a furry con, it's mostly just adults and like, you know, if there's like kids, they're like the really young kind that's like, you know, their parents are just taking them as part of like going out in public spaces. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you don't have like kids running around really. So it's kind of a nice vibe, like just kind of like an older, more chill crowd. Uh and since there's like a lot of like tangential, like there's a lot of connected interests, right? Like obviously there's a lot of like furries that are like dorks and like video games and other stuff. So you had people that were all like levels of just geeks and other things, kind of just like hanging out and stuff. And I mean, as long as you're not like put off by someone in like a fursuit, then it's like no big deal. Like, you know, there's I've definitely seen the specials talking about like the really really bad the reputation like ones that people have heard about, but like that's, I mean, I don't think that's a general how it always is, because I mean to my experience it's not. So that's why I would say I don't think it is. So rat is a Japanese type furry. Yeah, I guess kimono type is the type of furry that I like most. Some people consider kimono mimi furry. It's like it's barely even furry, like honestly, like oh no. I don't know if you can hear that. My Win-Win is throwing up. Oh jeez. What? Oh, what? I might have to go, Kimono Mimi is like 10% furry. I think we're gonna take like a 5-minute break. I need to wipe that up. I don't know if you heard any of that, but yeah, like Win-Win was kind of just barfing a little bit. This is kind of weird, but she hasn't really been doing that lately, so I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, I'll be right back. Just give me like 5 minutes or so. Oh, Win-Win should be okay. I mean, she occasionally has like upset stomach. I don't know. She had been getting that like for a while after I switched the new food, and then as of recently, I do have like a more like hairball control. So I don't know. Maybe she just ate something she wasn't supposed to, or I don't know. Ate a really nasty bug, but. I hope things are fine. She should be fine. Anyway, I'll be right back. Alright, I think we're back. Pretty much. Win-win's fine. She's under my desk right now. And anyway, let's get back to it. Alina. I might turn on energy conservation mode a little bit. Yeah, things are going okay. I mean, occasionally I feel like Win-Win, like, she might like rush eating a little bit too much or eat too much, or cuz I don't know, she's I can theorize about it, but I mean, generally what it is once in a while she'll like throw up and it won't be a clear explanation, and otherwise she'll act completely fine. So I don't really think it's something I need to get checked right now, but I will keep the cat on my head though. Hold on a second. Alright, I think we're good. Nope. Later I'm thinking about doing Satisfactory. I finally started getting like coal production underway, and I feel like I can kind of plan out what it is that I want to do, and then have like a decent plan in mind if I do want to do Satisfactory. I thought about the possibility of doing another like organizing Pokemon drawings, because I still need to do that, but and finish that, but I also don't want to I also don't feel like doing that much Zatsudon focus stuff. I mean, I'm sure people aren't surprised because of like, I feel like I'm pretty good at Zatsudon relative to a lot of people, but it still fatigues me, you know. I mean, in a degree, although like I can still last a long time, and in some ways it's vitalizing, but it's also fatiguing. So I couldn't just turn like all my content into basically Zatsudon. I don't know. I feel like I like commenting about the thing that I'm doing and the thing that and also like teaching people about the thing that I'm doing possibly, and giving my observations. So I feel like that's a little bit different from like a typical Zatsudon, right? Like, cause although I guess if you're doing like a Zatsudon with like that's focused on like an activity, right? Like, if the activity is like providing a decent amount of, then it's not really just Zatsudon focused, right? Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm actually technically like an introvert nowadays. I was like an ENFP growing up, but then after grad school, I kind of regressed into I don't know if it's called regression per se, but I kind of went back into INFP instead, and yeah, that has to do like I still have a lot of social. It's probably better accurate to call me an ambivert, but I do have a lot of social energy, but I also need like a fair bit of like me time, and I don't know. Maybe I just fool myself. Maybe I'm just like super extroverted because I don't know. I don't think I am because I used to be like into like more into the idea of like going out and talking to people and like going to like big parties and other stuff and big social gatherings. And nowadays I'm like I just kind of want to have my time at home, you know, my time at home with just me and my cats and Misha and stuff, and then streams which are nice. Like that's like the. But besides that, like, you know, a good amount of like I don't have like the craving to like, oh, I need to, I don't know. This might be on a similar degree to like going out to gatherings, but this is, I feel like a little bit different. We're almost to 500. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I had a number of introverts among my snugs, you know? I think I get along pretty well with introverts, because the thing is I can provide a lot of social energy and be like pretty like enthusiastic, but I feel like I'm also pretty good at like modulating myself and not like for being as like strong as I am in terms of like uh interacting, I'm also like I think I can scale it back pretty well, and like you know, like I can do the like hanging out around one another and not really talking and mostly focusing on our own thing sort of thing, you know. Well, I know with some people they'd have to be like constantly like interacting, and I don't know. Was that did I click? Shit, I don't remember if I clicked it or not. Guilty as charged. Well, good thing for you, it's not a crime. Definitely not a crime to be introverted. Honestly, I prefer like introverts nowadays. I mean, extroversion has a tendency to be possibly like there are some VTubers that want to do like collabs with like huge group collabs, like, you know. Like honestly, like those sorts of big collabs like scare me. The ones that are like honestly like more than one other person starts to get to the point where I'm like, eh. And then like the idea of doing like a huge like 8+ person collab is just like really scary in a way. Introvert crimes like staying at home. Sounds like a good punishment to me. That reminds me, I have to order groceries. Depending on how long this goes on, I might actually do that before we end, because I want to make sure to have... What do I want to do for dinner? I was gonna make Japanese curry, like chicken curry, but now like I'm thinking maybe I don't want to make chicken, because I made like chicken for lunch. So maybe I want to make beef. Chicken's just a lot easier. I've been really digging the, like, in recent years, I've been really getting, like, I've cooked a lot of, like, with like a lot of raw chicken, but in terms of like the pre-cooked diced chicken is pretty great. Like it, I don't know. Honestly, like, I mean, it tastes pretty good to me, and it's very easy to just add to stuff, and then you mostly just have to like heat it up. I usually just like put a little bit of water and put the frozen like chicken cubes or strips that are already cooked, and then just, you know, steam it a little bit, and it's like, and then I can add it to other dishes that like require some chicken, and I don't have to work with anything raw, you know, so it's convenient in that regard. Yeah, that's one of my secret shortcuts in the kitchen. Is I haven't really been using raw chicken as much lately. There's a few things I feel like I would feel really weird not using like raw chicken for. Like tikka masala would be really weird to not use raw chicken, because I use like chicken thighs usually, and a fair bit, so I'd probably need like 3 bags. I don't know. Yeah, see, let's see, we're almost to 500, so that's a good initial jaunt into the shiny hunting. I mean, you have to remember, I've never encountered a shiny in my life, so I could encounter this Azelf once for every like time I've encountered a Pokemon in my life, and it's still not gonna. Could still not be shiny. So yeah, this is definitely an endurance to me. This just shows this will like catching Azelf shiny will be kind of like its own sort of just the fact that I was able to get there and be able to do it. I mean, even if it happens on the very next one, it's still significant, you know. Not many people can do like as much as I've been able to do, and even just like the 3 marathon streams, 3 days in a row, like. So yeah, later, there's the 2 games I'm thinking about is either Satisfactory or Dead Cells, because the new Dead Cells patch has come out, and there's like a whole new final boss and stuff. So there's probably a good amount of content to explore in Dead Cells, and I haven't played Dead Cells since debut, so that's almost like like if I had a stream, I guess, where we could watch my debut and then I play Dead Cells. I don't know. I don't want to watch my debut right now. But playing Dead Cells might be fun again. Especially since I think what I would do is I would play it on like a lower boss cell difficulty, like 1 BC or 2 BC. Like, it's still not like trivial, but it's a lot more likely I'll complete the game instead of like crapping out early or having a real difficult time concentrating on chat and stuff, cause I have no chance to like break my attention away. And then also, like, I guess of the games that I play, like, Dead Cells is one of the more like visually impressive, at least in terms of like, I don't know, at least at first, that's what I feel like. I can move pretty fast, and it feels pretty good for flow experiences for me, so that's why I like Dead Cells. But I've been kind of like going on and off on that game for a while, you know. Hey, welcome memes. Nice to have you. I'm a little bit energy conservation mode, don't mind me. I'm not always quite as ASMR-y, but oh shit, I hit it twice. Alright, I don't feel like clicking the... I'm just gonna not click it the next time. This next one's gonna be $4.99. Yeah, we're at 499 encounters on Azelf. I would rather do 500 push-ups than have an impromptu family get-together. Depends on the family, I would say for me. Like, there's some family that I'm okay with, but like, I actually like I'm kind of like. You ever think about optimizing your resets for time? What do you mean, like, Alright, that's... Like there, like, as soon as I see it, like, hit the button. I don't want to do that because I don't want to, That's a little bit too much. I'm not really focused on it being... It's not a speed run shiny hunt. It's a shiny hunt, you know? Like, obviously, I'm not trying to, like, take my leisurely time, but, you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, if I don't hit it the moment it appears on screen and I can tell it's a shiny or not, I'm gonna hit the button, you know? I'm not like that, I don't wanna be that, caring about it, you know? I will still try to, like, but sometimes, you know, you have to, like, stare at it, and that was 500. Alright, first 500 down. How many 500s we have to go? Who knows? Well, Fubuki got her Gibble today, so maybe we'll get lucky. I'm trying to say that even people I like can be exhausting. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't assume that, like, I don't know, because they're family, you necessarily like them. At least, like, with my, maybe we'll talk about that in my future lore. But I get what you mean, it does take a lot out of me, like, I'd rather do a lot of stuff than social gatherings with, like, even people I like, yeah. Maybe not as much as, maybe not as bad as you are, at least with the 500 push-ups, but I would do a non-zero number of push-ups instead. Yeah, see, I'm not really going optimal, like, speedrun strats at all, you know? I mean, it's not like Fubuki was, you know? She was alternating between killing it and killing the Magikarp she encountered and not, and having random periods where she'd go change her outfit or go to a different place to fish or other stuff, you know? And it's like, I mean, yeah, she wasn't trying to, like, optimize for speed, you know? Optimizing the resets for time, so it's like, I don't feel like I really need to, like, be that, We're at 502. Yeah, like, I might only go for, I don't know, until... We'll see. We'll see how I feel in about a half hour or so. And then I might end up, like, stopping for today. Just so I have, like, energy, because I might want to take a couple naps in addition to, like, get ready for stuff later. Besides, like, there's a lot of stuff is pretty simple to, like, quote unquote optimize. You just kind of have to, like, mash, like, at parts, you know? speedrunning something based on RNG doesn't make sense anyway. It only makes sense if you're like manipulating RNG. And also, well, and there are certain speedruns that have more or less RNG. Like I'm just thinking of like what Mario 3, with like those hands where like you can get anywhere from like 0 to 4 or 6 hands, and like I forget how many, but like, you know, you could be doing great and then on world record pace and then get hit by like a hand or one too many hands, and it's just like RNG. You just, you know, better luck next time. So it's kind of like you have to do a really good run just to get the chance of possibly getting past the RNG point. So there is definitely like people speedrunning stuff that's based on RNG, because there's definitely like people speedrunning stuff where RNG makes or breaks the run. You know? Like, I mean, and there are definitely like a lot of speedruns where like people manipulate the RNG so that it always goes in their favor, and that's a different thing entirely, but attacking was probably catharsis. I mean, that's what I was attacking before. For Fubuki attacking. Yeah, I could see that. I can't really do that with Azelf too much. And technically, if like my Pokemon dies, this is a Nuzlocke, and it's not like you can just it's not like you can just reset. So technically, like, I have to be careful. Well, we're just gonna pretend we never saw that psychic that never fully resolved. I reset the game before it went off, so it never happened. Because we accidentally, like, attacked and into it. There's actually more good reason to attack the Magikarp besides catharsis. Like, well, if you saw her her EVs by the end, like, she had like maxed out speed EVs on her Luxray and Infernape. Well, they were the evolution before at that time, but they had maxed out, like Magikarp gives like 1 speed EV, so just by killing enough, like, you have the maximum speed you can have pretty much. Which is pretty good. Like, I remember looking at like when you saw like her stats, like at the level she was, like the amount of speed she had was like ridiculous. I wonder if I should put the timer on this side, actually. That way I'm not looking quite as far over here. Alright, we'll try that. Yeah, I feel like... See, I feel like it's good to do, like, the shiny hunt, too, like, during the day today, because, that means if I want, like, if I'm like, oh man, I'm sick of shiny hunting for the moment, I can have, like, the longest possible break while still being counting as, like, part of the day by doing a short stream, like, in the afternoon. and then not shiny hunting until the next day during the night stream. And then that's practically like a day and a half between, you know. See, check out my great strategies. I'm not saying I'm getting sick of it. I'm not saying the zawas are indicative of me starting to feel it just slightly, just the slightliest possibly. But, I guess we're not getting our shiny Zubucks. Sorry, Zubucks. Azelf wasn't kind to us, so you do not get a shiny variant this time. I'm looking forward to the later gen challenges where I get to draw the other Pokemon because I want to draw like Crobat and stuff. Although I might actually not do it fully, like drawing from memory. Like I might like glance at the ones just to get like a very basic refresher, and then like, you know, like for example, I'll glance at all of them like once, and then like let a week pass and not really look particular, and then I'll do the challenge just so like I'm not drawing like, you know, 50 of the Pokemon like those the crappy drawings I did where it was like literally I had no idea what it looked like, so I just kind of drew whatever. So I want to avoid that happening, so I want to at least like, you know. And then when we get to like Gen 7 and 8, it'll be funny because that'll be like a drawing Pokemon that I've never seen before for a lot of those, you know. Like I'll put down like whether or not I know what I've ever seen something or I know what it looks like, and then I'll draw what I think it looks like, you know. Assuming I don't play Sword and Shield before then, but I probably won't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll do like we'll try like once a month. We'll do like the Gen challenge. So next month we'll try Gen 3 and Gen 4. At least next month. I'm not doing it any sooner than next month. So Azelf. No, we are naming Azelf Kusanagi, since Azelf is referencing the grass cutting sword of the three treasures. Is the best name we came up with so far. Almost thinking like Rakan. After Rakan from Negima, like Rakan is such a badass. If you ever seen the comic where like like Rakan's so badass, he basically just kind of like willed himself into existence and was like, fuck yeah. And the stuff, I don't know, like anyone that reads the Negima manga. Looking at pictures of Kusanagi, I wonder if it's actually just a giant snake scale that broke off. There's actually no actual pictures of Kusanagi. Like, I mean, it depends on the, like, Kusanagi is not from a specific thing. It's actually like the 3 sacred treasures of Japan, like, that are kept by the, I forget. There's like a group that holds them. I mean, they've definitely been like recreated and used in a lot of like fictional things. So I'm sure there's like a million Kusanagis in anime and stuff. But like the Kusanagi of like actual like it's purported to have never been like photographed or seen, and like, you know, it's kept wrapped up when it's like shown in public and stuff. Oh, recreations that look like the original, really? A broken snake scale. That actually sounds cool. I would like to see that at some point. I don't know. I feel like I've seen that before, maybe. So The Kusanagi. I'll have to look. It's hard to say for sure. Like, I mean, it could just be like a broom. Like, oh, I hope nobody finds out that it's actually just a broom. Yeah, I don't foresee this being like a super long stream. Oh, you know what? Did I? I should be fine. I'm gonna go look for more coal in, like, I'm gonna look for a good coal spot in Satisfactory, and then that's what we're gonna try and do is get coal up and running. If I don't get up and running on my own, I also want to like make actual buildings, you know, which might require more. Whoa, hey, Nep. What's up? Did I click it? Oh no, Nep made me forget what I was doing. She just climbed up on. Okay, she's on my desk now. Now she's underneath my monitor. I don't remember if I clicked it or not. I think I clicked it. We're totally gonna be off, like, by at least, like, I'd say by like plus or minus 5, I would say generally. Depending on, yeah, we'll see how much I mess up. But like, I keep having moments where like I feel like I lose count. But I mean, there's people that I think a lot of people aren't even keeping count, so it's not like I have to keep count, you know. Maybe some people don't want to keep count for like specifically the reason of. Do you guys like knowing a count? Like, even if it's like slightly inaccurate, possibly like a few off. Nep is behind my iPad and just watching. She's never actually hung out like on the desk like that before. It's kind of cute. I don't think there are any ulterior motives either. They've been fed. They got water. There's litter's been changed recently, so nothing that would indicate that. So it seems to be just affection. That's a very clinical way of looking at it. It seems the cat is expressing affection. It doesn't seem to be the cause of any other. 518. I like to know the count because I like numbers. Okay, yeah, then that's good. That's good. We get. Hey, as long as there's like a non-zero number of people that appreciate the count as well, then I feel like it's worth it. You know, it doesn't have to be everyone. Doesn't have to be majority, but actually keeping count with me always doing two things at once. I lost track really early on. That's nice to be able to like multitask. I'm not like great at multitasking, except for like, I don't know. Does this count as multitasking? I don't know. Streaming is like certain amount of multitasking. It's like one big like collection of tasks just kind of put together. I'm gonna have a hard time like oh no. Please don't stand on this pad. This is a draw pad. It's gonna start reacting to you. You can't just stand on the pad. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Well, if you want to stand there, you can. She wants this. She wants to sit where the pad was. She'll start like hitting buttons and moving the mouse around if she just stands on the drawing pad. Maybe Misha could get me a cute counter. I have to actually like look. That's another. I'll make another note. Yeah, I might have Misha make me like a counter. That would be cool. Just so I can display it on screen. I'll have to figure out how to do that. It doesn't have to be cute. I mean, it can just be practical. I really need to, that's one of the things I need to like buff up my skill on is I want to have some kind of overlay. Like, I feel like going no overlay like I've been is alright. I want to have the option of overlay sometimes, because sometimes it doesn't really matter if I have like the full screen available, and it's fine to have like a... I don't know, how do you guys feel about overlays? Like, some games it's like, it's kind of nice for the immersion, like Inscription, but like, you know, with Pokemon it's like, if there was an overlay, would it really affect things much? Like... How do you guys feel about overlays? Do you like it when people use overlays? When people just have a thing like mine where there's like no real overlay and I'm just directly on the screen? Or what do you think? I do have playing personality. Thank you. I guess these are personality. Can make both work. Yeah, I think it really is just a matter of like, if the bottom right of the screen or bottom left is like has a lot of stuff, then it might be harder. $5.21. Like, I want to get a new overlay, like, besides the one that I was already using. I want to make one. That was like a free asset I found, and that I modified a little bit, but I kind of want to make like my own, or like find a better one. I don't know. There's a lot of options. I'm also kind of divided because like I'm like, I've been taking all my excess like energy and like pouring it into like the streaming aspect of like, so like, you know, the challenges, endurance, streaming long times, Zatsudans and stuff. But like there's also the more like the other stuff, you know, like stuff making on the side. I mean, I guess I've been doing a fair bit like all the way around, but I found the Bulbasaur you drew in the Pokemon anime? Really? It kind of sounds a little scary. Oh man, that's basically it. I hope those plans I have work well. It doesn't look high enough. I don't know if my Bulbasaur looked high per se, it just looked like disturbed. Or disturbing. Nep is now just cat loafing. Oh, Nep was cat loafing where my tablet was, and now it's just jumped off. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of tired today. Like, I might do energy conservation for a little bit, and then we'll see how things are. Once we're like, let's get to 550. How about that? We're at 523 right now. I'll try to get to 550, or if not 540, if not 530. But for now, I'm aiming to get up to 550. So up to 26 more, I guess. I feel like I'd want to do at least like 100 per day. So far I've been doing like way better than that. So right now I'm at like 90. This is 97. Or this is 95. It's kind of funny too because I'm actually like, I feel like I'm actually kind of more tired during my afternoon streams than I am during my like night streams. I feel like I have a little bit more energy in my evening sometimes. By the way, yeah. I've also been kind of neglecting my coffee, I guess, so that might be something to do with it. New trailer, really? No, I haven't seen it. Last I saw was this trailer that had like the Voltorbs in it. But that's cool if there's another trailer. I don't know if I'll watch it because, like I said, I typically avoid hype because then I'll get too excited about it too early and then like it'll be agonizing and yeah. It's not always the case. Sometimes I'll just be like, fuck it, I want to see, you know, and deal with it. But like generally, like it's kind of like if I don't have to, then I don't like go out of my way to do it. But I might look at it if I run into it, you know. I like keeping my expectations low for a lot of things. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like even for like VTubing, I kept my expectations pretty low, you know. I just wanted a non-zero number of watchers. And I achieved that, so I feel like I'm on like New Game Plus. Well, I guess there's still new. It wouldn't be New Game Plus because there's still like all new content. But you know what I mean? It's like I feel like I've already like won, and I'm just like winning more or higher levels of winning. You know. I mean, it's not like it's not again something I never feel like I want to rest on my laurels or I feel like I'd ever be comfortable just stagnating. But I am happy what I've managed to achieve and what we've managed to done, and I'm looking forward to like the future and what we'll be able to do. Are you winning, Rat? I would say so. I would say I'm winning all things considered. Things aren't perfect, and there are some scary things in the horizon, maybe. Some things I need to take care of, there's imperfections. But all things considered, right now it's pretty good. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to get my hopes up. I just want to be hopeful. Pray to Sawako-sama that, everything will be alright. But she's been treating me pretty well, so. All right, we've reached the 2-hour point, so all right, bye everybody. No, not quite yet. I will still go on for a little bit. Like I said, I wanted to get to. We're at 5:30 right now, and this will put us at 100. This is a fair bit less than what we've been doing, but hey, it's something. So we'll see how it is. Commit any diamond heists lately? I haven't played like Minecraft in so freaking long. Or what else is there that have diamonds? So many Azelf. Yeah, this is 5:30. I think we can do at least like 10 more. Wonder when Minecraft will get the next combat update. Man, they're never gonna stop updating Minecraft, are they? Like, last I played was like right before or like when they introduced the quartz update, and never got to try out quartz. You know, the world I was playing on was already established, and then by then, like, I was mostly getting out of the game, and like every so often I'll get into Minecraft a little bit and mess around and have fun, and then I'll fall out of it and don't end up staying for like super long. But you know, it's fun while it is, and I can make I sometimes will make some cool stuff. I feel like the only time I would end up like playing Minecraft semi long term is if there was some kind of like, you know, other motivation. Like if I was in like an agency and everyone was playing Minecraft, that might be fun to like, you know, stake out my own place and mess around and you know, do some fun stuff in there. But like, you know, just with my own, like, to myself, like, it's not as appealing, I guess. Although what Fauna does is pretty cool, like doing the speedrunning is like. About a 22% chance to get Azelf in 1,000 attempts. That's not a very high chance, but hey, it's something. I mean, yeah, I've done the chances of probability, like, it does take a long time to get close to 100%. It does take a lot of runs, and obviously, like, right now we're at square one. We're always at square one, but in the long term, like, we should get Azelf. I'm not really sure. Let's see. I'm glad people have been enjoying things. Hey, we've passed 300 subscribers, so yeah, we're past 300. I need to. I should really post about it now that it's pretty firmly, like, now that it's like 300 and a couple. Yeah. I mean, some people would consider that really low, but I feel like with how, like, how bustling it's been with relative to the number, like, that just means that when I have like more, like it like I said, it feels very concentrated. Like, I feel like it's livelier and there's more like different people I see in like my chat than like some people that have like more followers than me, like significantly more, and it's just like, oh well, that's cool. Like you know, I wonder if that will keep on how it is, or if I'll get like an influx of subscribers and not not a bump in the watchers to make up for it. Like either way, if I mean there are more people catching my VODs, or just if there are more people enjoying my content, that would be pretty nice. I just want my content to like have the chance to like, I don't know, people to give it a chance, because I feel like a lot of people would like probably like it, or at least like, I don't know. Looking at the other VTubers that are popular, and then comparing like how I am to them, it's like I don't see like I'm so like, you know, wholly different that like I don't have the same sort of potential, you know? Like I don't try to sell myself short, obviously. Hey, welcome Alistair. Nice to have you. We're probably not going on for very much longer. We're at like 535 Azelf encounters. Out of no idea, because I'm gonna be going until every day until we get to Azelf. So minimum 1 2-hour plus stream a day. We're currently past the 2-hour point, so I can technically end the stream whenever I feel like it at this point. So I will be streaming again later at about 11 p.m. Eastern time. So in about 8 hours. That's not gonna be Pokemon. That's gonna be probably like Satisfactory or Dead Cells. One of those two, I think. And I'll probably put up the waiting room for the stream like soon after finishing the stream, and then I might put it as like a mystery thumbnail, and then make the thumbnail later when I finally decide. But like I can put the scheduled one up, you know. Imagine starting a stream tomorrow and instantly getting the shiny. That would be something. Then it might just turn into like a actual like complete stuff in Pokemon. I mean, I'm sure there will be a lot of buzzing and reaction, and then probably like messing around and figuring out like moveset and how this changes things and that sort of stuff. I don't know. If it happens on the very first one, that would be something. Definitely, but we would definitely be able to like have stuff to do, I guess, for the rest of the 2 hours. It wouldn't be like, oh, really, I think that the main danger to like having always streaming like 2 hours or more is like if I ever have like one of those like, you know how like the streamers have the streams that are like, you know, as soon as X happens, I'll stop streaming, or you know, as soon as X happens, I'll quit. If I did something like that, then that could lead to like, you know, something funny where I have a stream that only lasts like 5 minutes long, or you know, something extreme like that. But my favorite Lake Guardian is Uxie. Yeah, I was thinking about getting Uxie, and especially since like I have a history like studying like psychology, and I know Uxie is like the more of the mental one, I guess, of the three. But I went with Azelf because Azelf is I like Azelf's stat spread, and of the three, like there's most willpower is most significant, I think, to me, like as something that I want to like achieve and get better at, that sort of thing. No, I'll probably let's see. I'd say we'll do like 11 more. We're at 539 right now, so let me get to 550, and then we'll call it. I think it'll be a pretty short stream, so a little over 2 hours, but we are, like I said, I'm planning on streaming tonight at 11, and that'll be like, that should be a fair bit of fun. So because like I said, I don't wanna burn myself out. Even though I do wanna like do the endurance and stuff. I heard there was a test that found people who believe willpower is unlimited resources are the only one it acts like one for. That doesn't surprise me, to be honest. Like, if to have found like that sort of result, I would have to look into like the research on that. But if like that does sound like something that would be researched, like because you know, figuring out the sorts of like effects that because people's beliefs can really affect how things are actually for them, you know. The brain is pretty powerful, and I mean, learning psychology, you learn a lot about like the potential and the things that like all brains are capable of. So it's good at getting a general idea of like what humanity is capable of from a like brain and mind capabilities, you know. Psychology is, you know, about like finding the generalities. Like you're not really looking at the, you are looking at specific cases, but how they inform like your study of minds as a whole, you know. So like that's definitely something that would fall in the realm of psychology, because like, you know, how is willpower manifest in people, you know. And it is a mental construct, you know. So analyzing it and, you know, finding out how it works amongst like everyone, and how it might differ with specific like groups of people, like that's definitely under the purview of psychology. Next one's 493 or 493 540 543. Anyone in chat want to battle no rules? Oh, I'm getting tired at this point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably like what I might like post the waiting room for tonight's stream, and then probably go take a nap. To be honest, 7 more. I might go change my outfit too. No one online does it, they just trade. No one online does what? What, shiny hunting uh or battling? Yeah, I haven't even done any like trading or battling, but it's a lot harder these days to have like multiple systems and trade amongst yourselves. Like back in the day, I had like access to at least 2 Game Boys and link cable. Oh man, the link cable. Well, I mean, that's because probably most of the people doing like actual battles are on like Pokemon Showdown and stuff, where you don't have to like. I wonder if trading's still good for the Matsuda method. I heard it is like the international if you have an international Pokemon yeah, the chances go up like to drastically for breeding. So like if you get an international Ditto, that's pretty good. But I know that's still a thing. Because I heard the Masuda method when I was looking up shiny stuff, you know. Of course, I'm doing it in the middle of a Nuzlocke, so I don't have anything like helping me. But that is partially by design, because you know I am doing this in tribute to Fubuki, who did not have any of these things, and a number of people also yet. So I completely forgot about that. Yeah, it's you can't really do anything about this. Like in order to increase my chances, I would have to like beat the game, and at that point, I don't even know if I'd want to like shiny hunt too much. I do have a few notes though now. I'll have to remember those. Like the Poke MMO. Cause that sounds pretty cool actually. I don't know how into it I would get. Like if it's relatively confident that it'll stick around for a while and stuff like that, then it might be worth getting into. I don't know. And if it's okay for people to stream, like if other I mean, as an indie, you know, I don't have to worry about it as much, I think. Alright, last three. At 5:50, we're gonna end. Alright. Two more, come on, let's everyone give me your energy. I'll pass as much as I can. Thank you. Oh man, that's a lot of energy. Careful you don't get shadow banned from too much emoji spam. Alright, one more. Hey, they might even shadow ban like mods if you're not careful, so I would be a little careful. Because you know they wouldn't stop you. I mean, like, oh, like mod is spamming emoji, we better ban them because they're not wanted in this chat as a mod. Like, yeah, those are things that YouTube thinks. But yeah, I do appreciate the energy. Thank you. Okay, this is 5:50. Let's see. Well, that's it for today. Thank you all for coming. That was big 5:50. We'll be resuming in 8 hours, 7 hours, 45 minutes or so, with either Satisfactory or Dead Cells. And yeah, so yeah, see you guys later. And yeah, we're done for now. Thank you for coming. I do appreciate it. Thank you to the new people, to the lurkers, and anyone that got some amount of enjoyment from hanging out with me and trying to catch shinies some more. We'll get Azelf eventually. But yeah, take care everybody. See ya.